It's a busy Monday in the National Football League, and we're going to get you caught up on the latest news. Plus, take a look ahead to Monday Night Football here on 4Verts. My name is Harrison Graham. We cover the NFL and college football on a daily basis here on this channel. Perfect time to subscribe. You're entering the second half of the NFL season. Down the stretch in college football, we cover both here on this show. And we're just over 500 subscribers away from 5,000 subs here on 4Verts. So I would appreciate it if you helped us get over the finish line. If you've watched our most recent shows, I've said that once we cross 5,000 subscribers, a lucky subscriber to this show will win a free NFL jersey. So to enter, all you got to do is subscribe. Once we hit 5K, we'll make it happen. All right, let's talk about the Cowboys as Micah Parsons, I don't want to say ripped Mike McCarthy, but I think disrespects, even if he didn't mean to, is definitely fair to say. This has kind of gone viral the last 24 hours or so following another embarrassing loss for Dallas. They just got dismantled by the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday. You got the light seeping through the stadium, which is an embarrassment for Jerry once again. Just classic chaos in Dallas. I mean, it's just an absolute train wreck right now. And you've got this situation with Micah now where he's basically asked after the game, like, hey, you know, with your coach seemingly on the hot seat, how do you feel about your coach? Basically a perfect opportunity to show support of the head coach. And here's what he had to say. He said, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. The guys I kind of feel bad for are the vets like Zack Martin. And he went on to say, like, guys who could be toward the end of his career. Now, a couple thoughts here. One, that's not really true. It's not like Mike, if he gets fired, is just going to have teams lining up to hire him and as a head coach. And is he really viewed as like a high-level offensive coordinator candidate? Like, A, I don't think that's that true. And B, I'm not saying he has to go to bat for his head coach, but I think he would have gotten some goodwill if he did. Worst case, just be like, yeah, look, we haven't played well this year. McCarthy, we've had a lot of success under this coach, but that decision's above my head. And he did say that. He said, look, that's not my decision. But for him to say Mike can leave and go where he wants, I'm more concerned about my teammates, which, hey, listen, players are going to support players first and foremost. I'm all for that. But I look at Dallas right now, and they've paid Dak big money. They've paid CD big money. Micah's due for a new deal. Do you just trade him this offseason? I mean, he brings a lot of distractions. He's got his podcast who, you know, last year they get blown out by the Packers. Then within like 2 weeks, he has Jordan Love on as a guest. And it's just like, really, man? Like, I don't know how I'd feel about that if I was one of his teammates or coaches. Like, dude, this guy just embarrassed you. And now he's a guest on your podcast that soon after that loss. I just wonder if they consider trading him. They would get a lot for him. They need more draft capital because when you have a high-paid quarterback to build a good team, you got to have a lot of picks and you got to draft well. And if they pay Micah big money, and he's probably going to want $35 million per year, that means you've paid Dak $60 million per year, CD $35 million per year, and Micah $35 million per year. Now, the Cowboys are known for just lying to the media when it comes to we don't have cap flexibility, this and that. They can tinker with contracts. All teams do it. But admittedly, those three players costing $100 million plus per year, really like $125 million per year, yeah, it makes it tougher. It makes it tougher. So I would not be shocked if Micah was at least a trade candidate this offseason. They could get at least a first plus more, maybe 2 ones. I mean, he's a 25-year-old elite pass rusher. He would fetch a lot on the open market. And how about Rex Ryan, who his name's kind of crept back into the coaching cycle. There's some Jets talk there about a potential reunion. That would be fascinating. But I will say this about Rex. I don't know if I'd want him to be my head coach, but I love him on ESPN. He just lets it rip. He does not care. He said, why are you piling on? Dead man walking? Yeah, he is. But you know what? He's professional as hell. It's bullshit. He went on to say he's never called out a player ever. And and Rex is just shitting on Micah here. It was pretty entertaining. And look, I kind of agree with them. I'm not saying, again, I don't think you have to go over the top to go to bat for your coach. That's not a player's responsibility. Player's responsibility is to play hard and be a good teammate. I don't think, you'd like him to do that if you're a leader in that organization. You'd like him to take a step above and beyond, but you need your quarterback to do that. You need, that's not Micah's job. But for him to kind of say, yeah, Mike can leave and do whatever, I'm more worried about Zack Martin. It's kind of like, wow, stiff arm Mike McCarthy in the dirt there. I do wonder if Micah Parsons is a name we're going to be talking about in 3 or 4 months as someone that could get traded to a team looking for a young and in his prime pass rusher. So keep an eye on that. Would not shock me at all. We know changes are coming to Dallas. McCarthy, like Rex said, is a dead man walking. He will get fired. And my final take on just the Cowboys in general, could they win? Could they go, what's the word I'm looking for? Could they go winless the rest of the way? I mean, they look terrible. They were bad with Dak this year because the defense sucks and Dak wasn't playing great. Cooper Rush, I get it. He went 5-1 a few years ago, but he was just game managing and they were leaning on defense. Well, they can't lean on their defense because it sucks. He looked terrible. I think they might just go to Trey Lance the rest of the way. At least it's more entertaining, and he's terrible too. So as a tank commander, he might be the perfect option for them. Gives your fan base something to watch, but ultimately you lose out and maybe get a top 3 or 4 pick. So going to be very interesting in Dallas the next couple months. All right, another team in chaos, in crisis is the Bears. Just a mess. And as of filming this, 5 o'clock Central Time on Monday, more than 24 hours since the game ended, there has not been an official coaching change at all on the team. Now, Matt Eberflus talked today. He did not exactly put his support behind offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. Seems pretty likely he's at least demoted as the play caller, if not straight up fired. We'll see what officially happens there. But you look at this, why is Eberflus still the coach? The Bears, if you don't know their history, they've never fired a coach in season, and they think it's some noble thing to be proud of. And listen, I'm not. It's not like I feel good telling teams they should fire coaches and just letting that rip and not acting like these aren't people. But Matt Eberflus has millions and millions of dollars. He's going to be okay. He's not going to be homeless if he gets fired. Yeah, he'll have to grab his family and move, but that's kind of what you sign up for when you're a coach. The point is he hired Luke Getsy as an OC. He was terrible. He has now chosen Shane Waldron. He clearly cannot call plays moving forward. Why would the Bears continue to empower this coach who said today, it's my decision and my alone on any potential changes that come? In other words, Ryan Poles is not going to step in and make any coaching decisions, it sounds like. They are giving Flus the autonomy and the power here. There's no reason to not fire Flus immediately, other than this fake noble thing of, we don't fire coaches midseason. Why not? If you know he's not the guy beyond this year, why would you play out the final 8 games? Your quarterback is in shambles. He's regressing. The current leadership isn't working. Get him out. Get Flus out of the building. So it's hard to take the Bears seriously when they act like this. I mean, they're acting like it's 1934 and you got to do things by the book. No, you fire the coach because everyone knows you're going to fire him in 2 months anyway. Just an absolute disaster. And speaking of not winning again, I mean, they're not going to be favored again, I don't think. All 6 divisional games still to come. At San Francisco, Seattle at home. Are the Bears going to be favored in any of those games? I would be shocked if they were. All right, we'll be back Monday Night Football, a little post-game reaction here tonight, so be sure to subscribe and join us. Rams getting more reinforcements back. They activated a couple of offensive linemen. This is as healthy as they have been since week 1, so that's exciting for them, a team that's hitting their stride at the right time. Dolphins feels like do or die. They're, 2-6 now? Got to win this game if they have any shot of getting back into the wild card mix in the AFC, so it should be an interesting one for 2 teams trying to get into the mix in the Dolphins' case, and for the Rams to stay in the mix. So we'll have a reaction to all of that and any other NFL storylines that pop up tonight. So be sure to subscribe and join us as soon as the game is over here on 4 Verts.